After listening to the needs of the Military Credentialing Advancement Initiative Pilot Pathways grantees, the Office of the Secretary of Defense, the Services Training Commands, and credentialing providers more broadly, the barriers that exist within the post-secondary learning ecosystem that prevent adequate recognition of military-based learning towards expanding credentialing opportunities for service members and veterans are similar across the board. Since 3 of the 4 MCAI Pilot Pathways grant recipients are developing academic credential pathways, Solid began to explore whether a tool currently under development within the MilGears platform could be adapted to support the needs communicated by the stakeholders just mentioned. Institutions are searching for a way to accurately translate unique military training and experience into recognizable outcomes for academic credit that builds upon the traditional ACE credit recommendation process by offering the user additional skills-based content that is streamlined and efficient. Learning and credential pathways produced as a result of the MCAI grantee efforts will be incorporated into LCAT as a proof of concept pilot for standardizing the award of non-traditional credit for military training and experience. We expect that the display of the credential pathways developed as a MCAI deliverable within the tool will allow higher education administrators, service members, veterans, and other stakeholders an opportunity to explore how LCAT can provide a more streamlined and efficient analysis that results in better informed education and career advising and consistency with awarding of credit. As you watch this LCAT demonstration, please keep in mind key questions and record your observation within the LCAT preparation worksheet that was provided with this recording. There are 2 categories to guide your observations. The first involves LCAT functionality. It contains key questions about LCAT features, such as assessing benefits and elements that would assist you in your credit mapping processes. The second category, LCAT and MCAI pathways, contains key questions regarding your MCAI developed pathways and potential integration into LCAT, such as assessing common data components within your developing pathways and identification of current pathways that may be ideal for LCAT integration. With these key questions in mind, we will proceed with an overview of LCAT and then provide a demonstration of the tool. The MilGears platform is a web-based application made up of 6 tools that display to the user individualized credentialing and related information based on a service member or veteran's military occupational specialty and their unique training and work experience. A unique capability of MilGears is the option for service members to directly upload military service records, including their Joint Service Transcript, or JST, into the application for parsing to then apply to credential and career pathways. The Learner Credit Analysis Tool, or LCAT, provides a mechanism for consistent, accurate, and efficient translation of unique military training and experience into recognizable learning outcomes for consideration of the awarding of academic credit. LCAT allows higher education administrators to include registrars, faculty, advisors, and any others involved in the review of transfer or non-traditional credit to review a service member and veteran's unique military experience and training and supports translation into relevant degree plans. It also allows the institution to document and store credit recommendations that were awarded for specific military training and experience and access that information in future instances should an individual with similar military experience and training enroll at the institution at a later date. LCAT can consume student records and produce a degree plan that allows the service member or veteran to track their completed and outstanding coursework toward credential requirements, along with providing the service member or veteran with documentation that can be used as an unofficial transcript. Current LCAT functionality for awarding credit is based on the review of uploaded institutional degree plans and is administrator-facing, with student-facing functionality in development. LCAT can also be used as a nexus for consortia or articulation-related practices and provides a standardized hub for assessing transfer credit between institutions. Utilizing the degree plan developed in LCAT, the individual service member can view gaps in their training and education and explore how those gaps could be addressed by courses or other non-degree credentialing opportunities made available by any of the institutional partners. This consortia or articulation-related model provides the service member with a well-informed method of selecting an institution or accredited training provider that will offer the most direct credit for their military-based education, training, and experience. Completed course data can then be transferred back into the tool to update the individual's degree plan with the relevant information. As scalability is the ultimate goal for standardizing the recognition of military training and experience, use of LCAT is ideal due to its expected use across services and open source availability to stakeholders. So how do you get set up in LCAT? For an institution or provider to get set up to use LCAT, there are some key pieces of data they need to provide so that LCAT development team can customize the tool to meet their unique needs. To initially set up an institution-level account, the following files need to be provided. Course catalogs. Course catalogs should be provided in a format that can be uploaded into the database, such as Excel, text delimited, or JSON file. Ideally, this information would incorporate learning outcomes to include any unofficial extended transcript or any other course data an institution would want to include in such a document. Course level data from the course catalog is used to populate degree plans and to store transfer credit equivalencies, such as a military communications course being accepted in lieu of English 101 at an institution. Related degree or credential plans. Program plans should indicate any requirements for program completion, as well as specific courses required by the program. Often, a program may simply indicate a concentration area, such as 9 credit hours in business. For LCAT to function, it would have to be specified if that is truly any business course or if any are excluded or would require additional approval. Existing course equivalencies. Institutions should provide a listing of any known transfer credit within the programs, specifically any military experience or training that can be accepted in lieu of a course. However, this can also include transfer credit from other institutions or exams, such as CLEP, that an institution would potentially like to include in the logic up front. This list will allow the tool to show potential matches immediately, while any newly assessed credit will be saved within the tool as it is assigned by an administrator. As an administrator begins to use LCAT to explore potential transfer credit, they first sign in and navigate to the Upload New Degree Plans module of the site. This allows the individual to create a new degree plan for a student based on any uploaded records and credit-related documentation, such as a joint services transcript or unofficial transcript. Currently, the primary document accepted by LCAT is the joint service transcript, but additional documents can be added depending on the need of the institution. Step 2, select and develop individualized degree or learning plan. The next step for the LCAT user is to develop an individualized degree plan by selecting a program of interest. This will allow them to compare the uploaded student documentation against the program requirements. Here, there is the ability to select the appropriate institution, type of degree or credential, as well as the degree major or credential specialization. This step serves as the base for aligning the service member's previous experience to expected learning outcomes for the award of credit. Step 3 and 4, view, edit, and assign credit for individualized degree or learning plan. After that, the administrator is provided with a list of the joint service transcript and corresponding programs which were selected. At this point, there is the ability to edit a degree plan, learning, or credential pathway to include whether requirements have been met, as well as the grade earned. A requirements table is generated based on the learning plan and student information, so the user can see how the student stacks up against the program requirements needed. Below the requirements table is the more detailed courses table. At this point, the administrator can see fields that were auto-populated by the tool based on prior approval, as well as enter grade information and marked courses as approved to meet necessary requirements in the credential, pathway, or the degree that that individual seeks. If a prior approval is not present, administrators can also browse the ACE credit recommendations and other courses captured on the joint service transcript and apply them where appropriate. Administrators can return to this step later as their students work through their academic plans to update grades and other related information, access a plan, or retrieve an unofficial transcript. Additionally, credit awarded for military experiences documented in LCAT learning pathways will be stored, allowing the user to continue to compare additional learners' military records, as well as apply any previously mapped learning credits to the degree plan. Step 5, viewing and disseminating the results. Upon clicking Save and Continue, the user will be able to select if they want to generate a plan or an unofficial transcript. The degree or credential plan will show a list of courses still pending to complete the selected credential. Additionally, viewing whether the courses accept transfer credit as an option or are available in online formats is helpful in planning the next steps of the student's academic plan. Academic stakeholders assisting the student will also be able to see which courses are recommended, funded, and available. Users can then download the results into a PDF, allowing the degree plan or learning credential pathway to be shared and disseminated as needed. This concludes the demonstration of the Learning Credit Analysis tool. Thank you so much.